actually believe that this is the first case that I did witness prep on, and it was a family law case. And I had been hired to pick the jury, and they said, well, we're having some difficulty with our client, and we were wondering if you could help do witness preparation. And what the facts were in the case were that my client had told her husband that their child was dead. Now, the 3-year-old was fine. There was nothing wrong with the 3-year-old. But the husband at that point had been recording all of their conversations. And so there was a recording of her saying to her husband that their child was dead, and the long silence afterwards. And so she had testified at least 4 times before. Every bad way that you can testify. Oh, you don't know what was on the tape before and what was on the tape afterwards. Oh, that's not my voice. The tape must have been altered. Well, what was I supposed to do? He was on a business trip. He wasn't answering the phone. He canceled all of our credit cards. For all he knew, he could have been dead because he wasn't communicating. He knew that he was fine. He never thought that Bo was dead. So every bad way you can testify, she had testified. And I worked with her for hours. And then finally, on the day of the trial, she's getting ready to testify. She's on the witness stand, and the lawyer for the other side was an old school Texas lawyer. Wore his cowboy boots with his suit. He had his open road Stetson hat, not as an affectation, but because he had always worn an open road Stetson hat. Had his gun rack in his pickup, his W sticker. So this guy's old school Texas lawyer, and big bushy mustache, and he leans over and he says, "Ma'am, you told your husband your child was dead." And she says, "Yes, and I am so sorry. I cannot imagine what that was like for you. The only thing I can tell you is that I promise I will never pull a stunt like that again." "Well, you didn't testify that way before, did you?" And she said, "Yes, that's true. This is the first time I've taken responsibility for what I've done. You were owed this apology much earlier, and I am so sorry for that too." That was it. Now we're going to talk about money. What's important about that story isn't the words that came out of her mouth, it's that she meant it. Like the judge, back in chambers said, "Best coached witness I've ever seen." But that wasn't really the important thing. The important thing is we got to a point where she really acknowledged what she did and was willing to take responsibility for it and say that she was genuinely sorry for it.